Chapter 1. The Old Shop on Maple Street. In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, there stood an old shop at the corner of Maple Street. The windows were dusty, the sign faded, and the door creaked every time someone entered. Above the door was a wooden plaque that read, "Tick, Tock, Master Clockmakers since 1842. Most people passed it by without a glance. But 12-year-old Nora Parker wasn't most people. She had an eye for forgotten things, rusty locks, broken watches, lonely keys. That's how she first noticed the shop, hidden in plain sight on her walk home from school. One rainy afternoon, curiosity got the better of her. She pushed the door open. Creak. The scent of sawdust and oil drifted out to meet her. Inside, clocks of every shape and size lined the walls. Grandfather clocks, pocket watches, bird clocks, even a clock shaped like a dragon with a ticking tail. At the counter stood an old man with wild gray hair and thick round glasses. He looked up and smiled. "Ah, a visitor. Rare as a blue moon these days." Nora stepped in, dripping slightly on the wooden floor. "Hi, I was just curious. I've never seen this shop before." The old man chuckled. "Not many do, but you've got an eye, don't you?" She nodded. "I like clocks." "Then you're in the right place," he said, gesturing grandly. "I'm Mr. Tock. Welcome." Chapter 2. The Broken Watch. Mr. Tock showed her around the shop, explaining how each clock had its own story. One had belonged to a sea captain, another came from a castle in Germany. There was even a tiny golden watch that had once been to the moon or so, Mr. Tock claimed. Before Nora left, Mr. Tock handed her a small box. Inside was a delicate silver watch, cracked down the middle. "This one is for you," he said. "If you can fix it, maybe you'll discover something special." "Really?" Nora's eyes widened. "But why me?" "Because it called to you." That night, she stayed up late examining the watch. She cleaned its gears, polished the face, and carefully replaced a missing spring using a part from one of her old toys. When she wound it up, the hands began to move, but not like normal. They spun backward, and then the world began to shimmer. Chapter 3. Back in time, Nora blinked. The walls of her bedroom were gone. The posters, the desk, even the stuffed giraffe on her bed vanished. She stood in the middle of Maple Street, but it looked different. The cars were old-fashioned, the air smelled of coal and fresh bread. People wore hats and long coats. A newspaper boy shouted, "Extra, extra, Queen Elizabeth crowned." Nora gasped. Queen Elizabeth? That was in 1953. She looked at the silver watch. The hands were still ticking backward. She clutched it tight and ducked into an alley. Her heart raced. Somehow, the watch had sent her back in time. But how? Chapter 4. The Boy with the Compass. As she tried to get her bearings, Nora spotted a boy about her age sitting on a C.